Okay, it looks like we're live. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm just going to do a bit of a check here on Facey, make sure we are live. Yep, there we are. Hi, come join us. Good morning. I'm just
Whoops.
going to do a bit of... I thought I'd muted myself. Sorry about that. Hi, Bertha. Hey, Christy. Hey, Cheryl. Good to see you all. Give us a like and a love, and as you pop on, just say g'day so I can see that you're here. And we'll just give it a few minutes to, hey Kathy, good to see you as well. How are you? All right, we'll just give it a few moments to let people jump on. Hopefully this is going to be a good one for you today. All right. Hey Chris, good to see you watching too. All right. What are we talking about today? All right. We're talking about a couple of simple, simple mistakes that you could be making that could be holding back your ability to achieve weight loss. Okay, even if you're whole food plant-based. All right, so for anybody who is new to the group, who hasn't met me before, you might be brand new and you're like wondering what all this group is about. Hi there, welcome. Good to have you here. I'm Karen. I'm the Plant Power Coach. And I am a whole food plant-based certified. I'm also a certified health coach and life coach. And essentially, I help people achieve their healthiest body and their healthiest weight with the power of a plant-based diet. So, welcome to the group. It's really good to have you here. If we haven't had a conversation yet, I know that my Facebook profile limits the amount of friend requests that I can send out. So please, if you're new here, we haven't had a conversation, I would just check your spam folder because there's probably a message in there welcoming you that you haven't seen yet. Or just send me a friend request, and that way it'll pop up into your inbox, and we can just get to know each other. So good to see you here. I can see a lot of people have joined. Great to have you here. Also, if you're watching back on replay, let us know. Let us know, like hashtag after party or hashtag replay. I love when people come in and watch the replays as well because I know not everybody can be here live. Okay, so let's move forwards with today. If you're turning up today, um, in some way, it might be that you are feeling a little bit frustrated with the results that you're getting at the moment because it might feel like you're eating all the right things. You're eating the right foods, but that scale weight isn't budging. You feel like your body is just not responding. So I just want to let you know here that you are not necessarily alone. Like I do see this quite often, and I see people eating a very healthy, whole food, plant-based diet, but still struggling to move forwards with their weight loss goals. So today I'm going to break down two sneaky little mistakes that you might be making. And this is what I see coming up with my clients too. Trust me, these mistakes can be made by even the most health conscious of eaters, myself included. Okay. So, yeah, let's dive into it. And if you come on late, just let us know that you're here and say g'day. Give us a like and a love too, because that just means that other people will be able to find the stream a lot easier. Okay. So, um, I was coaching a client, well, I've been coaching, working with one of my clients, and when she first went whole foods plant-based, like she understood the science, she read the books, and she went and worked with another coach to help her make this change. And the weight loss to start with felt really effortless. It's like it just fell off with the changes that she made. Hi, Lisa, I can see you there. You made it. That's good. And so she lost about 10 kilos, about 22 pounds without even really trying. Those changes that she was making to her diet made a significant impact, and it really felt effortless for her. And of course, she loved eating this way. She felt amazing. And she felt like she had finally cracked the code on weight loss. And then things changed. Then the progress stopped. It's almost like 10 kilos gone, done, dusted, didn't come back. But now it's like struggling to move further and keep going. So essentially, she kept eating the same way. She stuck to whole plant foods. Maybe a little bit of a wander over Christmas, like 99% of my clients did. There's a lot more, delicious snack foods and chocolate going around at that time of year. And believe me, even my clients can fall into that trap. Hey, even I fell into that trap. I think three separate friends gave me chocolate for my birthday. I'm like, dudes, don't you know me? I don't want chocolate. And of course, it had to be eaten. But anyway, let's just say that over Christmas, yeah, there was a little bit of a wander off course, but essentially for most of the rest of her time, she'd been sticking to eating whole plants. And yet, even doing this, the scale just wasn't budging. And at first, she was sort of brushing it off as plateau is a very long plateau. I know that the body plateaus at times, and I'm just going to be patient. But it started to become a little bit frustrating for her because nothing seemed to be changing. And then the frustration started to kick in. And then the doubt started to creep in. And then the shitty thinking really started to ramp up. Maybe this is just the weight my body wants to be. Maybe I'm not meant to reach my goals. Maybe I should just accept this is as good as I'm going to get. Hey, and I know how she feels because that's how I felt back in my 20s when I was struggling with my own weight and I couldn't seem to get anything to budge either. And so my client was feeling really stuck and she's feeling defeated. And she felt like, I'm doing everything right, but it's going nowhere. And her mind wanted to take her to this place of, well, what am I going to need to do to get this scale moving? Am I going to need to do some sort of like ultra restriction, go on a water fast, or, ramp up and do a whole heap more exercise? And I say it's like the little diet brain kicked in. It's like, oh, the good thing we're doing is not working. We're going to have to go even harder. And I said, no, 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 no. I don't think that's what the problem is. She also had a bit of an aha moment in something that I said. And what we recognized is that there were a couple of little sneaky mistakes that she was making that were stopping her body from making any change. Essentially, she wasn't making any change. That's the big thing. So the first mistake that she was making, and I really want you to pay attention to this because this is what a lot of people experience. I find people who are stuck often experience this, particularly when they are eating, the foods that they're eating are fine. And the first mistake that she was making is that she never actually experienced hunger in her body. And what was happening is she was eating large meals, which is fine. Volume eating is fine. But she was eating the large meals, clearing her plate, but not because her body needed that amount of food, because that's what she'd always done. So her mother had raised her to finish everything on her plate. She had herself grown up through a period of like post-war, World War II, when food was scarce. And so she'd had it drilled into her that, they needed to eat everything on their plate. And so this message she had passed down to my client, and my client had subconsciously taken on this message without even questioning it. And so she was just eating everything on her plate every time, no matter what. And she was never actually experiencing that hunger in her body when it came to eating the next meal. And not just meal times either. She had developed a snacking habit between meals. Now, these were a healthy, whole food, plant-based snacks, things that she was making at home. But she was never actually allowing her body to experience that sensation of hunger because she was eating the large meals and then snacking in between. She wasn't listening to her body, which is one of the key pillars that I teach my clients. Listening to your body, letting your body tell you when and how much to eat. Instead, her subconscious mind took over and just said, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how our brain keeps us stuck. We can think we're doing all the right things, but in essence, the subconscious mind is taking over and the body is going, I'm not hungry yet. Stop feeding me. I don't need this. I'm going to have to put this away for later. And that's what was happening. She was eating enough food to keep her, to maintain her current weight, but not enough to lose any more weight. And so when you never experience hunger in your body never actually needs to tap into those energy reserves, right? So you don't lose that body fat. We want to experience hunger in our body because that means the body's going, hey, 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 I'm telling you, we need some food down here. And in the meantime, while you're preparing food, I'm just going to go and tap into the reserves that we have over here to keep you going. Right? You don't need to experience extreme hunger. You don't need to go and do a water fast. Yes, I understand the benefits of doing water fasting for your health and all the things, but doing a water fast is not getting to the root cause of why the scale wasn't moving, which was too much food in. So she would never have learned that lesson had she gone and done a water fast. And let me know in the comments if you think that that might be something that you've been doing as well. Just eating for the sake of eating, eating because it's habit, cleaning your plate because that's what you've been programmed to do. Cleaning your plate because you grew up with messages about cleaning your plate. You know, we can't let food go to waste. There are starving kids in Africa, whatever it might be. Are you a plate cleaner? I know that's kind of the message that I was brought up with as well. Certainly through that period of the 80s where it was all about the starving kids in Africa. There were so many messages about it. And we were encouraged by our parents who grew up post World War II in that time of food shortage. We were encouraged to clean our plate too. So I know that this is a bit of an unconscious habit that I have had over my life. And so I am super aware of that. And now, because I'm super aware of that message and the unconscious bias to clean my plate, when I'm eating my food, I spend time just connecting to my body and asking my body, have I had enough? Have I had enough? Have I had enough? The second mistake that my client was making was that her snacks were healthy for sure, made at home, all whole ingredients, healthy ingredients, like good snacks, but they were too calorie dense. So she wasn't snacking on things like fresh fruit or vegetables, but instead she was making these homemade baked goods like muesli bars or protein balls. They were all, obviously whole food, plant-based, all healthy, but very super calorically dense. When you bake something, you are drying it out. So a lot of these foods end up being around about 1,500 to 1,800 calories per pound, sitting well above that 600 calorie per pound ideal mark, right? So not only was her body getting too much energy at the meals that she was eating, but she was also putting in very energy dense snacks throughout her day as well. And so if she was effortlessly maintaining her current weight easily, but if she wanted to lose the next 10 kilos, then she needed to put less energy in, but not in a very restrictive way, like her brain was wanting her to do, just in a way that had her listening to her body and starting to understand what her body needed and wanted. So she made two simple changes. Obviously, one, she started really checking in with her body, listening to her body. So instead of eating on autopilot, she just checked in with, oh, am I hungry? Is that actual real hunger is that hunger in my body? Or am I just eating because it's time, because I think I should? And she also slowed down at meal times and she started tuning into her body, into her satiation cues instead of cleaning her plate. So I actually challenged her just to leave a couple of bites of every meal behind. And she actually went further than that. And she started serving up less on the plate and then even checking in with her body to go, where is that enough point? And she realized that she actually needed way less food on her plate. She was easily satisfied with a smaller portion. Now, I'm not advocating for like small portions necessarily, but you could still be eating way too much volume of food, right? It's about understanding what your body needs. And in this case, she was just eating too much food. So she served herself up less and then she listened to her body. And two, she started applying those principles of calorie density. If she did need a snack between meals, if she was genuinely hungry between meals, she started to choose foods that were low in calorie density. So around that 1 to 300 calories per pound. So water-rich foods, foods like raw fruits and vegetables, not energy dense baked goods or snacks or protein balls or popcorn that usually sit between that 1,500 to 1,800 calories per pound. And as soon as she did this, boom, there was a kilo gone in a week, right? And suddenly it started to shift her belief about weight loss being impossible. She just needed to stop telling herself those lies. So her brain was throwing her off track with, oh, you can't do this. It's just not meant for you. So those lies and those stories that she was telling herself were actually stopping her looking at her data, looking at the core pillars that we talk about in my coaching program. And she was and because she was believing those stories she was telling herself, she was missing where she was off course. So she just needed to make those small tweaks, and that scale started to shift again. So, are you making a couple of these core mistakes? So, if you feel like you are doing everything right, but nothing's changing, it might be you. I recommend taking a closer look at what you're doing here. It's not just all about the food that you're eating. And well, sometimes it's about the food, the calorie density of the food, but I want you to check in with your body as well. Because the truth is that if you've had some success with weight loss so far, what works for the first, 10 kilos, 20 pounds may not work for the next 10 kilos or 20 pounds. And why is that? Well, it's because a heavier body needs more fuel to power it. Think about it. A Hummer needs way more fuel than a Morris Minor, right? If you, Here's another experiment. Go into a gym with a backpack, and I want you to pick up a 10-kilo dumbbell or two fives or whatever, 10 ones, whatever. Pick up 10 kilos worth of dumbbells, 20 pounds. Put them in your backpack. And then I want you to carry that around with you all day, every single day. You carrying that around is you doing an extra workout every single moment of every single day with that weight on. And so you are going to need way more energy in, more fuel into your tank just to be able to carry around that 10 kilos. But when you take that off, you no longer need that extra 10 kilos, that extra energy. So it's the same when you lose that weight. When you take off that 10 kilos out of your backpack, take it out one by one, you need just slightly less fuel to power your body. Right? So this is where coming back to listening to your body and really tapping into your body's hunger cues is going to be key. Because your body is trying to guide you. If you have excess adipose tissue, i.e., excess fat on your body, that fat is literally, those fat cells are communicating to your hunger hormones. And they will suppress your hunger hormones and increase your satiation hormones if you are carrying excess fat. Your body is trying to help you to achieve that healthy body weight. So you need to listen to it. Okay. And you must keep refining what you're doing all the way down the scale. It's not about making these massive grand changes all at once. It's about saying, okay, now that I'm a few pounds lighter, what can I do to refine? Listen to my body. Are there any calorie dense foods that I can start to change and adapt? And so if you're unknowingly overeating healthy foods or eating out of habit instead of hunger, this could be the very thing that is holding you back. All right. So if you're ready to break that plateau, it really just starts with the awareness and it starts with small shifts, and I can help you with that. All right. Let me know if this is making sense to you. Let me know in the comments if it's resonating, if you've been stuck in this position yourself and you've been frustrated and unsure about where to go next. And it's 11:30 here and I'm still getting through my breakfast because I'm not quite as hungry today. I got a little bit of hunger, but not much. So I'm listening to my body. So, if you are feeling a little bit stuck, I have something for you. My next weight loss challenge is coming up again in March. This is designed to help you understand what you need to focus on in order to get the results that you want without the struggle. Okay, this is a free 5-day challenge where I'm going to guide you through the exact habits to achieve your weight loss the right way, without restriction, without overwhelm, without feeling like you need to just eat nothing but salad, without feeling like you need to do tons of exercise. No, this is not what it's about. It's about zeroing in on some core pillars that are going to make the difference for you. All right. You are going to learn how to eat in a way that naturally leads to weight loss without needing to count calories, without cutting important nutrients, without getting rid of those cravings that we might have for unhealthy foods. You're going to learn how to stop under eating and overeating and going on that massive swing of, restriction and binge by understanding exactly how much food your body actually needs. You'll learn some other core habits that are going to have an impact on the amount of food that you eat. And when you get these core habits right, you'll be able to trust your hunger and your satiation cues. Your body and all of its internal organs, every single cell in your body will operate efficiently the way it's supposed to. You'll learn how to stay consistent even when life gets busy, because life always gets busy. You'll learn a key habit that you can adopt that will help you stay on track. And this is about losing weight in a way that is sustainable. So no more yo-yo dieting, no more short-term restriction, no more aiming for like quick and fast results. This is about learning the fundamentals to achieve that result in a sustainable and long-term um, way, so that the weight's gone forever. So I'm giving you my secrets, the pillars of health that I focus on with my clients. And when you know which of those pillars is out, you know what to focus on. Instead of feeling like you're spinning your wheels, focusing on the wrong thing that is not getting you the results that you desire. And why what I do works. It's because there are so many programs out there that are just focused on food, but they're not helping you understand why you're stuck in the first place. And so what I do is different because we're going to focus on your habits, um, and your mindset and the way you think about food and weight loss as well. And I want you to help you stop being so obsessed about following these rules and learn. Oh, we got some balloons. That was nice. I don't know if you guys saw that on Zoom, but yeah, let's see if it happens on the camera. It's a little bit later. Oh yes, there we go. I just saw it on my phone. That's funny. So now you can, I want to help you stop being obsessed about the rules and perfection and learn how to approach weight loss in a way, in a healthful way that becomes your lifestyle that naturally leads to healthy and sustainable weight loss. So this is about you getting real lasting results without going into diet mentality. Really, diets don't work. Diets don't work. The on, off doesn't work. We want to focus on the core pillars of health and understanding how your body works, zeroing in on the areas that need attention, and that's what's going to get you the biggest results. All right, so this challenge is kicking off on the 17th of March and will run for 5 days. And here's what you get when you join. You'll get live daily teaching and coaching from me. So we'll actually be in a Zoom room together. We'll have daily live messenger support so that you can get questions answered and support in real time from me. And we'll also have a private community chat with others on the same journey because you know what, it's always far easier when you're doing it with other people. Doing it alone is hard. And I'm going to be there every step of the way to help you break through the things, identify and break through the things that have been keeping you stuck. Right? So if you are wanting to come and join this 5 day challenge, if you're ready to finally start to see progress without stress, without the struggle, then this challenge is for you. And just drop March challenge in the comments below if you want in, and I'll send you the details. Or DM me, just say I'm interested in the March challenge, and I'll give you those details as well. Especially if we're not friends on Facebook yet, either friend request me and send me that message, or just send me that message. Because if I reach out to you, if you put that in the comments and I reach out to you and we're not friends, it's just going to get stuck in your spam folder and you won't see it. Okay, so just if we're not friends, just message me and I'll make sure that we can get the details to you. So spots are limited. Okay. So also, if you know somebody else who might be interested and might want to join, then please tell them about it. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, please send them this video, and then they can come join the group or reach out to me on my profile as well. You can always just send me a personal friend request and reach out to me as well. But I am so looking forward to helping you make progress in real time. Let's do this together. Hey, it's so much more fun when we do it together. Okay, so it's just a reminder again, that date that we kick off is March 17th. Now that's Australian time. If for any of you who are in the US or Canada, that would be Sunday the 16th. And I'm pretty sure those dates are correct. I'll be like, oh shit, what have I done that wrong? No, I'm pretty sure, yeah, March 17th. So let's do this. The exact time, the time of the calls hasn't been set yet. That will be determined the closer we get to the event because I want to see who's actually enrolled, so that I can make sure that most people can attend the time. So please do reach out to me, and don't forget today's lesson, right? It's not just about what you eat. It's about paying attention to your hunger and your satiation cues and making sure that you are hungry when you come to eat. If you're not hungry, if you are mindlessly eating and mindlessly overeating, then you are likely either going to put on weight or at best you will maintain your current weight. What you did to achieve the first results needs to change to continue to see results. So, where can you refine? How can you get back into listening to your body? Also, if you've gotten into the habit of eating, even if whole food plant-based, lots of calorie dense snacks, then that could be something holding you back to and could be part of the reason you're not actually experiencing hunger. So, pay attention to your body, pay attention to what you're eating, take a food diary if you need to. And just these little tweaks, these little refinements can be the very thing that helps you to continue to achieve results. All right, that's it for today. If you've got eating by the click, not because of hunger. Oh, I'm assuming you mean by the clock, Lisa. Yeah, eating by the clock, and we're not actually hungry. So yes, that's definitely something. And I just see here. All right, thanks for joining me live, team. It's been wonderful having you here, and we'll sign off from now. If there are any particular topics that you or anything that you in particular are struggling with when it comes to achieving your weight loss goal, please just let me know or drop it in the comments and I can come back and do a training on it. All right, ciao for now.